Oaklawn, baby. Bum, 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 bada, bum, bum. It's been a minute.
Yes, it has.
Kieran.
It's time to make some money. We got to buy Christmas presents for everyone.
You were so close on Sunday. Hello, everyone. I'm Frank Scottoni. I am the double part of Double Trouble. My partner in crime here, he's the trouble part of Double Trouble. Kieran Thornton, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I started off hot at Del Mar, and then I'm as ice cold as some of these jockeys and trainers are. But, you know, that's how it is. That's horse racing.
Dude,
it goes in streaks.
You're too hard on yourself, man.
You got to. Well, it's going to end today, I hope. This was an interesting sequence. I actually have Frank did something new. If you guys look in the comments, because we end up flipping back and forth, you'll be able to scroll up and see all our planned bets if you go up through the comments, because, you know, the stuff keeps popping off the screen here.
Yeah, and I have some complicated bets today, and Kieran wants to talk about a couple of different things. So we thought we'd put all of our bets into the comments section or the chat section, I guess, whatever it may be, so you guys can, keep going back and referencing that. Just so you know, I did amend my wager. So if you see my pick 3, make sure it's the one that the total is $114. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Real quick, Dan H., perfect attendance. Love you, Dan. What's up, fellas? What's up with you? I'd like a steam cleaner. Thank you. All right. Steam cleaner for Christmas? Really? Come on. Let's get you something a little more fun than that.
Yeah, I made that mistake very first Christmas with Shannon. The previous month, she had told me all the things she liked, like a vacuum cleaner and a turbo cooker, and I was dumb enough in the first Christmas to buy that crap. Yeah, I learned that lesson real early.
Well, if you're going to do that, you better make sure that there's a nice piece of gold jewelry attached to one of them, because household items are not very good, unless it's an agreement between both parties.
Well, here, if you pop that up, please like and subscribe so we can actually say we remember to do it once during the stream.
I'm so bad at that. Thank you, Kieran. And then just real quick before we get into the nitty gritty, Chris, thank you for joining us. I know it's been a minute with you. You've been super busy, high school basketball broadcasts. I know you're busy with the 49ers, everything else you do. So welcome back to the show. Cannot wait to hear your thoughts on what's going on. But let's get right to it, Kieran, because I feel, you know how I know you get so fired up. If you miss something, you want to come back immediately and make amends. I felt like that way Sunday because we were right about mostly everything, and it was some weird administrative not scratch that kind of screwed up everything for us. But the handicapping was there. We were very, very close. I feel like today's our day.
All right.
So let's just dig in. I'm putting up your pick 3 right off the rip here. Race 8, Oaklawn Park.
And I made a little change to mine because I always talk about how X horse is my top play, and a lot of people just do everything in order. This is how I normally do my picks, even for myself. So I made that change today. So it's not that I'm really bad at putting numbers in order. It's just this is my preference. So you guys know.
He's not dyslexic. He wants to, and I get it. He wants to put them in order of preference because, Kieran, if you're talking about your top pick and they see the 7, some people might want to come back and play your top line extra times.
I mean, I figured it might help you guys, especially when we're pivoting close to the start and you going, you know what? I'm going to do one more bet and let me throw Frank's top play in. Oh, and there's Kieran's top play. Make it a lot easier for you. At least that was the thinking.
Well, fair enough. Well, let's just get right to it. It is the condition. We always talk about the conditions. It's a optional claimer, 62.5, non-winners of 2, 6 furlongs on the main track for fillies and mares. I thought this was a really competitive race. I was a little surprised that the 1 was so short on the morning line at 2-1. And the 3, who I think is eminently obvious at 5-2 on the line, has really had a lot of chances. So my inclination was to look elsewhere, but, I don't have to be a hero either. So why don't you tell us, who you like in this race, why, and how you're going to get out of the way going forward.
When I first looked at the race and I saw the 1, I was like, oh, yeah, this thing makes perfect sense. I thought this is going to be a legit 2-1 chalk. I actually didn't notice that I hadn't raced since last August. So when I did my first pass through, this was my, I was like, looks good. Godolphin horse, Godolphin bred, the breeding is, really, really good. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's 2024. And then I looked at the number 3 and I was like, well, I mean, sometimes these horses come off the bench and they're ready to fire.
Yeah, of course.
Number 3, case of seconditis. And, Saez hasn't won for this trainer yet, but I was like, all right, well, I got 2 chalkies here. Let me look a little bit further. And when I landed on the 7, I was like, oh, yeah, even though coming from a different track, the stats just sang to me. Trainer's 41% winner last race. And this is not like one of those stats where it's like he's had 10 races and he's won 4. This is 41% from 136 races. So he's got a really huge sample side. 28% second off the layoff. He ships really well. The dirt speed is the fastest in here. The horse has a nose for the finish line, is always at the line, and an exacta horse. And if you scroll up there, I'm actually breaking my rule here. I liked this horse so much. I'm doing trifectas and exactas to start off this pick 3. So that should tell you something here.
All right. We'll get to those wagers as we get closer to the
But
the post time.
One of the things, and I've talked about it before, and we talked about it at the Breeders' Cup, Frank, I got a little thing here from our buddies at Racelands, and they've got the number 3 as a 50% win chance for this race. And I've talked about it many times before. Like you look at those stats and, they kind of give you a judge. But when I see those numbers 30, 35% plus, it's eye-opening. Usually I only see like a 50% plus when it's one of those Baffert monsters.
Right. Yeah, I'm shocked at that though. I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This will be the 11th time this horse, 5-year-old mare, trying to break through at this level. Can win. I don't think she's as much of a cinch as the Morning Line Maker thinks, or you, or the Toad. 6-5, Kieran.
I know, but I mean, 7's my top pick. And again, look at this last race. Wasn't it inside chalk went down? So at least outside, I'm 7. I'm in the sweet spot for the 6 furlong. I think your ticket, if you throw it up, you're doing the all ball event, kind of.
Well, yeah, my A's
fall asleep on the keyboard again. Just a bunch of numbers.
I fell asleep and my head hit the keyboard, and this is what it came up with. So, no, the 8 and the 10 are my top picks in this race. Mostly to what you mentioned. I was tilting towards outside because that's how, it's been playing in my mind. And I like both those horses. They're both going to get good tracking trips. But I also have a spread ticket to start because I do like 2 horses going forward. So as you can see, I'm pretty much all in here, single. And then I come back and I play tickets that more reflect my opinion. So I have a bunch of tickets starting with the 8 and the 10 in this leg to spread and single, 8-10 single spread. And then I threw in your 7-8-10 because Kieran and I were talking before the show started. And I was on the fence about the 7. The 7 looks really good on Optics Plot. A lot of things to recommend about the 7. Has speed, should be prominent, going to be in that good outside path. So I ended up throwing Kieran's top pick, the 7, in on my last ticket, which is at the bottom there, using the 8 and the 10 as well to my single in the next, and then a little spready in the last. It's a weird sequence because, gosh, I mean, the 4 in the last race is probably going to be 1-5 and going to be a lot shorter than that in the pick.
Well, actually, Frank, we could jump to that because we talked about it right before the show. I had a bunch of question marks about that one. I mean, makes perfect sense, but, Kitchenham, LaSalle trainer, shipped out, Kimon is out there. I used one of their horses on Sunday that I was really high on, and the horse flopped like so badly. And my notes on this one, they are on Lasix, but I was like, why are they shipping out? And it's not like this is a big money race. They raced last out. If we go there and look, last race at Del Mar, optional claim in 50K. Before that was optional claim in 40 and 50, and they're shipping all the way out to Oaklawn for a 12.5. And I was like, what's going on? Is there going to be a little bit extra juice there because they're out there? Is this going to be one of these that's going to run them off the feet? I had enough question marks where I couldn't single that horse.
Right. But the horse is going to be 1-5 in the last race.
Oh,
yeah. So we got to figure out how to work with that or beat it.
Well,
Dan, the 3 in this to start. Dan H thinks the 3 is a single. Nick Sievers is using the 3 as well. He lists an order of preference like you, Kieran, but he's also using the 2. Let's talk about the 2 real quick in here. I did not come up with the 2.
I mean, I did have notes, and then I ended up liking other horses better. But I mean, it was one of those things I kind of had to. That jockey, we were talking earlier about some jockeys heating up, and you talked about the Asmussen's heating up and Arietta and whatnot. And
yeah,
this jockey, when he heats up, I know from all my handicapping over the years, he gets hot. I mean, he does well. Some bullet works at Oaklawn, best of 33 and best of 27, last 2 works. So I think we've seen that happen a couple of times with some chalky horses here. When they worked out well in the morning at Oaklawn, they did pretty well in the afternoon.
Nick, let us know why you like that too. I'm not really seeing it, but I know you're a really good handicapper and you use optics a lot, so very curious about that. Yeah, real quick, Rosario's not riding today. So on the number 10 horse, who is one of my A's, it is Evan Roman. It is not Rosario.
Well, that's not a bad guy to have on.
I don't mind Roman. But I'm just letting that know. If people love Rosario and that's why they picked the horse, he's not riding on that horse. Outside has been very good. Yeah, I've been handicapping outside in. And then one last thing before we keep talking, the 5 and the last is totally viable. Yeah, that's the alternative to Tranche. I think that's
and that's my second one,
right?
Yeah, Tis Wicked Strong. Second power. Trainer's 0 for 16. It's the second best closer, but actually in that race, my long shot is the number 3. Speaking of Ramon, 12-1, up in class. The trainer's stats are just off the page, and Ramon is his man. 28% claiming. Horse does very well going sprint to route. And what I really liked on this one was if you read the race notes for that horse, last 2 races going 7. And I love reading stuff like gaining 5 wide, gaining 4 wide late, especially how we've seen, the inside post is okay at 1 mile and a 16th. We got to remember it's at 1 mile and a 16th. Last year, post 1 to 3, won 60 of the races. That was where you wanted to be at 1 mile and a 16th. So I was like, all the stats line up for, if you're trying to beat the 4, I thought 3 was the one you'd beat them with.
All right. I want to come back to this race because we got to get to Kieran's degenerate bet, but let me just read off real quick my notes on the 8 and the 10 to give you all my reasoning as to why I really narrowed it down to those 2 horses at good prices. Number 8, Demanda Demi Danu, Iowa bred, who actually won a race at this level back in March at 20-1 here at Oaklawn Park, and she did it convincingly with a good tracking outside trip, which she's going to get again today. The weird thing is that there was an announcement that she is not racing on Lasix, despite what the racing form has. She won this race last year on Lasix, so that concerns me a little bit off the layoff, but not enough to get me off. And number 10, Paparino, we mentioned the jock change. Won a non-winners of 1 here in professional fashion from the 10 post, same as today, should track in a good spot. Paparina loves Oaklawn Park. Seems like she should be ready to fire off a layoff. Kieran mentioned Oaklawn Park works. I thought the work tab for this horse was pretty solid in preparation for this race for a trainer who typically does well here. So that's why I like the 8 and the 10. But as you can see, I'm not 100% confident, which is why I am very spready on one of my other tickets to start. Before we talk about your exacta, we'll look at the probables for that. Kieran, let's look at the tote for a minute. 3-2 on the 3, Erverdeen. The most obvious horse on paper.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are 4 horses in a line at the 16th pole. Is this one going to have enough heart to get the job done?
Yeah, it was one of those things. I mean, I did go shopping for another horse, but the amount of times that I've thought this exact same thought that we're both saying about the 3, Frank, and then I looked at Race Lens, the stats they did,
Yeah.
And then it just totally burned me on a great double or something. Like at the last one, and we talked about it, was when we were at the Breeders' Cup, one of the races. We were like, Kieran, you even talked about this one. You told me about the percentage stats, and like we could have had a backup double with that one. You know what I mean? So
right.
that's why I went a little bit heavier on that one.
Well, let's see how the will pays were here. If you had the winner of the previous leg, the 3 is paying $25.60, and the 1 is $37.80.
Well, we actually didn't even talk about our plays for the next race. We probably should do that with only a few minutes left.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I wanted to look at the tote here. So those are the ones taking action here, and then the 6 is third choice. So let's look going into the next. The 3 is an overwhelming favorite. The 3-3 double combo from this race to the next is paying $6. That was my horse. I thought that horse was a pretty strong single, and that's why that horse is on most of my tickets.
Yeah, I mean,
you're more spready than me. You didn't have.
Yeah, I mean, trainer's 40% beaten favorite for a profit. So when the trainer loses, he brings the horse back and wins. You know, more times than not. And that's from a nice sample size and 75% in the money. So when he brings it back, sharp work. I mean, that's as legit a favorite as you could look for. But it's also a kind of a tough race. I mean, I ended up going my top choice being number 5, Sharp Swinger. 2 for 2 here. Second off the bench. 1 last out. Up in class. Off Lasix is a little weird. And I did really think my notes here were, I thought Morning Line is crazy. Top play with the favorite is what I had. So I thought 8-1. And is it paying 8-1 in these will pays?
I'll check, but Lasix off because it's a stakes race, Kieran.
Yeah.
Yeah. My concern with that horse was that race was so good last time. Is the horse going to be able to move forward off that, or is the horse going to regress a little bit before another forward move? But that horse figures. So the 3 to the 5 is $17. Actually, that is the second choice.
Yeah, I thought the Morning Line was a little crazy, 8-1. I don't think we were going to get 8-1. But we had talked earlier. Are you using the 9? Is this one of your spready rate? Oh, you've got a spread on this one.
No, I have a single, the 3 on most of my tickets.
But then
I do have one ticket where I spread a little bit, and that is I need to get the 8 and 10 out of here, and then I spread. I don't have the 3. That's one of the ones I don't have. No, I do have the 3 because the 3 is my single. So
the number 2 in here, Divine Justice, Ramon's on top last race speed, 1 last out. Horse was previously trained by Cox, so I think they just had the training duties taken over. You know, and look at this. This horse cost $200K from $125K stud fee. So you got to wonder: is this, the real deal, or is this one of those big money floppy horses? But I thought I had to use that horse.
Well, I'm going to cut you off because we got to look at your exactas here. I'm sorry, because we can get into detail for the middle leg and the next leg. People see our pick 3 plays, but you were interested in exactas, so let's look at the probables and see if they're worth the darn. Who do you need?
It's 3-7 exacta box. That's it.
3-7. So for right now, for $1, it's paying 33. 3 to the 7 is paying 33. 7 to the 3 is paying 52.
I'll take that for $1.
Okay. That is for $1. Yeah, those are pretty good. Who are you using in the try? I mean, we don't have the tool, but just out of curiosity.
I'm doing 3-7 in first, second, and all in third place.
Okay.
I'm not going against my bet. I mean, the 3 looks dominant, and the 7 has a nose for the line, is always first and second. So that's why I thought it offered pretty good value. At least that's my swing bet.
All right, so you don't have to change that at all. You're cool with the way those are paying.
No, that pays very nice. Yes.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. It's very nice is because the computers are whacking the 3-1 combo. That's only paying $7. So, and both my horses are dead. The 8 and the 10 are both dead on the board. I'm okay with that. I actually just did a double win bet as well. Because I think those are good prices.
And I'm going to do another DGen bet here just because why not? I said I was going to spend a little bit more money on the pick 3 today. So I'm going to use your 8 and 10, and I'm going to toss in the 11, Frank.
8, 10, 11. Okay.
And in the next leg, I'm going to go skinny with 5-3, my top two choices. And in the last leg, I'm going to go 3-4. And that cost me $36. So I figure it's worthwhile doing that. If we beat a couple of chalks in this sequence, we're going to be looking at another one of those big pays. And if it chalks out, well,
why don't you go ahead and add that to the platform? I'm going to run through some comments so we know who to root for. Johnny Banks, thanks for joining us. He's going to start this sequence with the 1, 3, 6, and 7. So he's kind of with me. He doesn't think the 3 is as much of a cinch as most people do. Okay, Nick, we asked you why you like the 2, and here's his reason. Second off the layoff, cut back, has 2 stakes place races at the 6 furlongs at Oaklawn Park. All right. I'm not going to argue with the man. 21-1. Good luck to you. So I know you're using the 2 and the 3 to get out of this leg. Dan H, 3, 10, 6. And he's listing that in order of preference. Let me just look real quick. Yeah, the 6 has a look. There's no 10 in this leg. So, oh wait, or am I looking in the wrong? I'm looking at the wrong way. Sorry. Yeah, you're using my 10. Okay, good. I like that. Faust in the next.
Yeah, Faust. I mean, Asmussen for Asmussen. We talked about that. Last out, they've started to heat up.
7 in the 9th at the morning line. That's Nick. That's in the middle leg. We'll talk more about that.
Yep.
Here, this is his late pick 3 edition. Oh no, that's your actual one. Or is this your new one?
No, that's the new one. I should have wrote my new, whatever.
That's all right.
Money. Yeah.
And then Dan's going to come back with an exacta, even though we all said we're not playing exactas. I know Dan and Kieran can't help themselves. 3 over the 6-10, 6-10 over the 3.
I thought the pays were good enough, and the fact, when we were coming into this last leg, it's actually paying pretty decent. If I'm right on him having a nose for the wire.
They're at the gate. They're going to go off soon. Let me run through the tote real quick again, Kieran, see if anything's funny. The 1 is 5-2. The 3 is 8-5. The 6, who we didn't really talk about, 9-2. I thought that horse was obvious. It was no one's top pick, but I certainly have her in one iteration. They're off. Good luck, everyone. Let's get it done. Going so fast.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
I told you that 3 was no good. Someone's alive.
My 7 too flopped as well.
Wow. Someone's alive.
So am I.
Oh, that's right. You threw in the 11 at the last minute.
I did the outside. I mean, we got the track bias is so alive. You know what I mean? Especially after seeing what happened in race 7, I was like, oh yeah.
I knew that was a race to take a shot in. My 8 and 10 were just no good. Annoying because no Lasix and that late jockey change, but
we can both make it out of here because we have the same horses now in our next 2 races.
Yeah, I think you're more spready though because I'm single. Oh, here's the thing. I wrote Gloria. It has speed, adds blinkers, gets a 7-pound weight break, Kieran. Remember we talked about that the other day?
Yep.
And I said should be prominent from the bell. So there you go. I did have that horse, but I'm not going to take credit for it because you like to list your horses in order of preference, Kieran. I was 8, 10, 3, 6, 7, 1, 11. So of all the horses I liked, I like that one the least.
Frank, I had no reason to put that one in other than I was using your, 9 or 8 and 10 or whatever it was. And I was
So
like,
you just go outside.
why am I, if I'm going outside, I got to go all the way outside.
Yeah, brilliant. Kieran, why do we do this show?
Yeah, we got to pivot, and man, this outside. I mean, these biases from last year really are playing up this year as well.
Because look, we talked about it, and then remember the DTL Crew, another Sharpie. Outside has been very good.
Yeah,
we talked about it. That's why we do this show. We pivot.
I've not even updated it, but here was the stats we started off. Outside post 7+ won 40% last year. I mean, if you went from post 4 out, that was 70% of the races last year. And I don't have the stats for this year, Frank, but from what we've been looking at the races, nothing much has changed.
Everything I've seen has been corroborating that. It's crazy. I mean, let me look again here. Nick Sievers, outside is so good.
Yes. I mean, just from memory, I don't know if this is actually, but it seems like that. The favorites who are outside are the ones who lose. It's usually the prices who are doing it.
Yeah, 20 to 1 on the line. I mean, just great value. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not knocking people who use the 3, but like I could never bet that horse in a million years at that price after 11 tries at the level and just never wins. Just never, ever wins.
And the 1 also, nothing.
Yeah, the 1 really confused me. This is coming off. Those races are from Colonial, first of all. No offense to Colonial, but they're not very good races. Then the 3-year-old filly breaking from the rail, coming off a long layoff. We talked about how you really don't want to be inside in these sprint races. Again, not knocking anyone who uses it. It's just these were not my type of horses, which is why I landed on 2 big price horses, the 8 and the 10. But in retrospect, even though I am alive going forward, I probably should have been more aggressive with some of the other price horses in here to give myself a little more coverage in the next 2 races, because I was against the 1 and the 3, and I was just kind of wimped out and used them anyway.
Yeah, well, you're still alive, and you used your sure thing in this one. So I mean, 3 is not a bad horse to be alive to in this leg.
Oh well, Dan, I'm sorry, I didn't realize the 11 was bet down to 7 to 1. The last time I saw it was like 17 to 1. Did that horse really go off at 7? See, that's funny. I have 17 to 1 on Express Bet, but let me refresh.
A 7 to 1. Yeah, that was
that's ridiculous. The last time I saw that horse, the horse was 17 to 1. So
that horse took a lot of late money. Ended up being 11,000 in the win pool. He ended up going off. 3 was favorite. 3 was favorite. 1 was second favorite. 6 was third favorite, and the 11 went off as fourth favorite.
Yeah, that was all CAW money, Kieran, because that horse in the double should have been, based on the double pays, that horse should have been 17 to 1 and went off at 7 to 1. That horse got whacked.
Yeah, because that double paid 140, and that was what was the winner of the previous leg? We had I
think it was a short priced horse in race 7.
No, I think
1240.
1240 over.
And then $17. Paparina came on late for 4th, but oh my God, you're so right. That was very, very weak value.
Well, let's get going on this one, because I already have my bets out there, and you probably need to restructure some of yours, I'm assuming. I'm just going to keep flying with actually, why don't you talk about yours, and I'll start calling out will pays and whatnot, or probables.
Well, let me just roll through here. Nick Sievers, time to the double. Remember, Oaklawn has like a million hours between races. Yeah, late hit only paid 17. DRF projected odds had projected down to 14. Okay, I saw 17. Nick is saying DRF had 14, and then wow, bet in half, man. That is significant. Yeah. No, the 11 figured. There's no doubt about it. The 11 figured, especially from the outside post and weight break. So here, Kieran, I'll put my pick 3 up. As you can see, I spread there to get out of that leg. I just need, I'm going to need 2 big chalks to get it done for me. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if I'll do anything here. I'll have to see.
Well, you're just which one? You need the chalk. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm chalk. That was the way I structured my ticket. I structured it
Well,
the way.
my prices in here. I mean, the outside. There's some nice horses on the outside here. We got number 9 Faust Asmussen for Asmussen, top power. Moving a little bit, we've got number 7 Him, 1-for-1 at Oaklawn, and 3 bullet works into this race. Then we got the number 5 that I talked about earlier, and then we go all the way in the inside. We got Ramon on the number 2, Divine Justice. I mean, you could go a lot of ways in this.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go 7, 8, 9. If I got to start looking at some doubles with the 7, 8, and 9. My original A's, well, the 3 Kalahari Dreams was an A plus for me, which is why I singled the horse. My A's were the 7 and the 8, and Him, number 7, big race 2 back, regressed on the slop, looks to be sitting on a peak effort, likes Oaklawn Park, should trip out. Number 8, Dream in Blue, looks back to form after a bad summer racing on turf, has Oaklawn Park form, should trip out, second off the bench, and sharp work over the track, which is what we talked about, Kieran. That's very important. So I'm going to look again to the 7 and the 8, and just because the way the track has been playing, I have the 9 as a B, lost to a few of these recently, needs to do better, but enters this off the best race of his life. Does Faust regress or move forward? Yeah, I mean, can easily move forward based on the way the track's playing. So maybe 7, 8, 9 for me in doubles.
Yeah, I was just looking at the will pays, Frank, into the next leg, and I was going 7, 8, 9 into 4 is paying 152, 191, 140. So $5 even there is paying.
That's great. What's it paying to the 4? The 3 to the 4.
The 3 to the 4 is paying $32.
That's not bad either, considering the 3. The 3 is 9 to 5. There's your sharp swinger, Kieran. The 5 horse, 5 to 2. You were absolutely right about the morning line being way off. Then again, though, the 4 did scratch at 7 to 2. So
I don't think it would have mattered much. I mean, we saw it a little earlier too. Actually, what's the will pay into it? Let's look at the pick 3. There's a pick 3 into this one, right? Let's see what that's paying. Pick 3 into this race, Frank, is
wow, your 5's really
the
double.
The favorite is in the pick 3. The favorite is 387 for number 3. Number 4 is 420, and then number 9 is 417. So yeah, the 5 was not ever going to be that price. And then the double, we're looking at $33 for the 3 and 36 for the 5. That's not much. That's the betting says it's 3-5 on the will pays.
In the doubles, yes. Yeah. In the pick 3s, it's also the 8, and then the 6, 7, and 9 are all around the same price. But in the doubles, it's pretty clear cut, Kieran, that it's between the 3 and the 5. Very, very interesting. And the 5 is getting backed up on the tote board, getting bet pretty strongly. Let me look real quick at optics. What does your Racelands have for any other 50% horses going to go down today?
No, well, as they say, stats are you take them with a grain of salt. When they work, they work. When they don't, they don't. Well, I don't want to tell you what it says about this race, Frank.
My 3, 50%?
82, no.
No, I'm fade.
In this race, it had number 5 at 28%, number 3 at 23%. And then number 1, 16, number 9, 10, number 8, 9.
Okay. Can you call up the double probables again? I would like you to check something for me, if that's okay. So I want to do 5 and 12. So how about 3 to the 5?
3 to the 5 is $49.
3 to the 12.
3 to the 12 is $324.
And didn't you have a sneaky one in here? Was it the 3? Your sneaky
number 3 is my sneaky one in this one.
And what's the 3-3?
3-3 is $264.
$264. Okay. Yeah, I don't need the 7, 8, 9 to those either. But let me while we're just figuring things out, I'm going to throw this out to the DTL crew. What does everyone think of the 4-horse in the last leg? Going down in flames at 1-5 or absolute stone cold single, the 4-horse? I know Dan mentioned the 5 in the nightcap, that Tiz or whatever. I think that horse has a shot. But, I mean, what's everyone's gut on the 4? Play or stay away?
I mean, I wish someone could give us something because it's one of those. It just keeps coming back to me. Why would he go out there for a 12? It's not like this is a big purse race, you know? I mean, it's not cheap to ship out to Oaklawn. Even if you ship a string out there, there's still some money involved. And it's in for 12.5. The win money's 31K. So what is that? 18K for the win? I mean, is it really that much easier company than racing at Los Al this weekend?
Maybe
for probably more money.
Maybe he's spending Christmas in Hot Springs. I don't know the backstory. The other thing about that horse for Tranche in the last is that we talk about always reading the conditions. That's a non-winners of 3 lifetime conditional claimer. This horse has only won 1 race. This horse is still eligible for the N2L condition. So it's also very weird spotting. He could have entered this horse in probably a 20,000 N2L.
Yeah, lower.
Or lower or whatever. But I mean, it seems a little strange to me. I think Nick Sievers agrees. Very weird drop and ship. Yeah, I mean, it's almost too.
I really liked this. I really liked Kitchingham and Carmona on a horse on Sunday. And I actually had one of my tickets built around it. And it just sucked so bad that it has me off him right now, especially on a race with questions. But then again, it's not enough to toss because, I mean, the gates may open and this horse is already at the finish line, you know?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, this horse has races that,
yeah, I mean
slaughter this field,
yeah,
right?
Which horse is going to show up?
Dominant. So but it is super suspicious because there's going to be 15 claims in for the horse, right?
Yeah, I mean, and then the workouts are no help because going into that last race at Del Mar, the horse had thrown off some bullet works, and then it was a 50K and really didn't do anything, and then they came back with another 59 a couple of weeks ago and then shipped out to Oaklawn. I mean, at least the horse worked out over here.
Oh, you know what? There is no Los Al. That's why. California shut down.
Oh, geez, that was last weekend.
Boxing Day.
Last weekend, like, why would he have not? I mean, last race was October.
Maybe the race didn't fill,
Well, no, I mean, this horse has been out here since had a workout December 4th. So the horse
but maybe there was no race in the condition book.
Perhaps.
For the horse, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know, but maybe the horse is ready to run and this was the best spot. Paul Victory, thanks for joining us. Taking a shot with the 1 here. Bred for the dirt. Yeah, let's talk about this one. Because this is 10 strike, very good, very shrewd ownership group. This horse is exclusively raced on the turf and has never been beyond 5.5 furlongs. Shows up here in this restricted race on the dirt, going 6 furlongs at Oaklawn Park with one of the top jocks who sticks around. Do you have anything on this horse, Kieran? This horse is completely confusing to me.
I mean, I looked at it and I was like, okay, why are they doing this? The horse has a couple of good workouts, but Arietta's 0 for 7 for the trainer. But I mean, this trainer, turf to dirt, for a profit, 23%. So it's not, this is a normal move for this trainer. I guess what ended up tossing me off it was the inside post. So I was like, you know what? I like some other prices further out. I can't use them all unless I'm doing an all ticket. So that's why I ended up jumping off.
That was my deciding factor too. And I believe 10 Strike Racing is Marshall Graham. You remember Marshall? We sat with him at the Gulfstream Park Pegasus. Really, really smart guy. Won the Breeders' Cup betting challenge. So he knows what he's doing. I'm pretty sure he's 10 Strike. But I do know that ownership group is very, very shrewd. Real quick to Nick Sievers. We've talked playing the last of my money in a double. So are you going to use the 4? We've talked you off. Playing the mess double B. Because we're all the negatives of the horse means we're mushing the horse right into the winners.
Yeah, well, how many times do we say this? This trainer's 0 for everything.
Right, exactly.
They're going to win. They're going to win. Here it comes.
And then, of course, Kieran always says, yeah, people say luck of the Irish. They never say good or bad luck of the Irish. It's always, they think it's the good luck, but sometimes it's the bad luck. Let's see anything here. Dan H. plans on keying Faust. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's the post. Again, my only concern with that was, that was a career best as the horse kind of regressed a little bit. It's never really had a break. Nick Sievers, the 8 is the favorite in the pick 3, but almost last in the double. Let's see. Is he talking about this leg? Are you talking about this leg or the last leg? I'm not sure which race you're referring to there, Nick. Maybe a little clarification so we could talk about that. Part of the show, Kieran, is following the money. We're betting in real time. We have information. The CAWs are smart at hiding money, but sometimes we can sniff them out.
Even the 3 to the 4 in this next leg, Frank, is unless they really hammer it late, $33 is not bad. We've seen a lot worse. I wouldn't be surprised if it drops down. I mean, it's here now. I would probably say $25, but even for this 3 over what you think it's going to be 1 to 5 in the next leg, you're getting a pretty good price if you're a believer. Yeah, the 3 to the 4 is paying $33 right now. If you're a believer, you're getting a pretty decent price.
See, this is where I wish we had the same information as the CAWs, because I'd love to know what my pick 3 combo is paying. Because if it's only paying, $45, I got to come back and hammer the 3-4 combo, right? But I don't know that, so I'm betting blindly, which is not fair. They know exactly what those combos are paying, which is why they can flood the market and manipulate the market based on what their model tells them to do. Let's talk about the 5 in the nightcap, Kieran. I mean, I think that's everyone's logical alternative to the 4. Obvious horse.
I mean, I had it, on a ticket, but I was like, I'm using it just in case the other horse flopped or it's scratched. I mean, if I was forced to go 2 horses in that last leg, I was going to go 5 or 4-3, 3-4. I mean, the horse is dropping multiple classes. Ran on this trainer when he drops multiple classes, 29%. Only thing is, this jockey is for forever for this trainer, like for everything.
Okay.
I mean, the horse has 2 seconds here at Oaklawn.
Let's come back to this race because Nick clarified what he was talking about, and this is something that we may have just kind of skipped over when we looked at the $1 pick 3 will pays in here. Nick was pointing out that the 8 in this leg was hammered in the pick 3. So if you look at the payouts again, Kieran, I'll run through them.
Okay.
The 8 is actually favored in the pick 3 will pay, $377.
Interesting.
Then comes the 3, $386.
Because I was looking at doing some small doubles using, the outside bias. So on a backup ticket right now, while I was flowing through, I was like, well, what's 7, 8, 9 with 3 and 4 playing? And I mean, 7 with 3 is paying $9.59. 7 with the or 8 with the 3 is paying $1,000. 9 with the 3 is paying $744. Then if we go 7 with the 4, $109. 8 with the 4, $208, and 9 with the 4, $97. So
that is crazy because the 8 is not touched in the double.
And
it is hammered in the pick 3. That is so crazy.
And in the next leg, we're looking at we got 5, we got 3 as the 4. 4 is the favorite, followed by. Trying to see if we can see some sneaky money in here using those horses. You know what I mean, Frank?
In which leg? The next?
Yeah.
Well, let me look. You're looking at the double probables?
Yeah.
Well, let's look at the 8 going forward.
Yeah, 8 into
4. No, I mean, nothing really. I mean, they all look normal.
Yeah.
It's just the 8 is getting paid out in this pick 3. Improbable to what the double pay is or what this horse is in the win pool. I mean, it's
I will
shocking.
say,
Looking 9-1, but favored in the pick 3.
the one horse that is looking interesting into the next race is starting to go down. When I looked earlier, we had number 9 is creeping down on the will pace. 9 in this race with 4 in the next. We're down to $95 now. So right now we're looking at 32, with the 3 into the 4. Then we go to 5 is 61. And now 9 is 96, has dropped under $100. So the 9 is getting Faust, we talked about earlier, the Asmussen horses, is getting a little bit of play.
Yeah, that's Dan's top pick. Let us know what you guys are thinking in terms of moving forward out of this race with the double. That's why we do the show, Double Trouble, $5 late double, 15% low takeout, good value. We can see where the money is, who's playing what. I got to figure something out here. I've got 4 minutes. I think I'm.
Why do you like the 12 in the last race, Frank? Because I'm looking for horses at top. What's your?
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll just read you my notes, man. I know you think I just wake up and pick winners, but I actually do. I do a lot of work here on. Italian Symphony has wins on synth and turf, but none on dirt. That was a concern, but has been facing tougher horses. Gets class relief today and is also in very good form now for Dan Ward. If you look at the previous trainers, no bueno. Dan Ward has turned this horse around. Granted, those are turf races, but I find that turf class is significant even when the horse moves to dirt at such a low level as this. I was basically like, this horse is a very tough call, but when I find like I'm on the fence with a horse who's a good price like this and has question marks, I'd rather use the horse than get beat by the horse, because I've seen turf horses who either never ran on dirt or have bad dirt races against allowance horses drop to a low level like this, and they just win on class alone. They're just classier animals. So that's kind of why I went with the 12. But I mean, I really think it's about the 4.
Well, you're putting your bets in. You got 3 minutes, Frank.
Oh yeah. Let me do. I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna do this. First things first. 3. I need to cover the 3 and 12, so I can do $10 double, 3-12.
I'm actually going to do that for $5, just because I like these 2 horses in here, and the pay is pretty. I think it's paying $300 to the 12, so why not?
7, 8, 9, 12, 1, 2. That's $30. Okay. All right. I'm doing this on the fly. Thank you for that info, Nick, about this 9, about the 8 in this leg. All right, Frank. $9 plate. Actually, no. Let me do my big plays first. $10 double. Are you putting something together, Kieran?
Yeah, I did just a $5 double, 3-5 with the 12, and then I'm going to come back and go outside. I'm going to do 7, 8, 9 with the 3-4. These are all just $5, so that's $40 I'm tossing. Kind of a community bet.
Yeah. Who are you alive to here? Because I think you have more coverage than I do.
3 and 5.
Yeah, that's great. That's really good.
So I've got some options, and then staying alive. I've got my other bets as well that I put in earlier. So.
And who did you use in the last leg? In the one that you're alive to?
I just went with 3-4. I tossed the 5.
All right. So here, real quick, $10 double, 3 to the 12. So top pick to Fuzzy, $20 double, 3 to the 4-5, because I need to top up with the 4, and the 5 will get me my money back. And then a $5 double, 7, 8, 9 to the 4, 12. I should probably have the 5 there as well. That'd be stupid to miss that if the 5 wins. So let me throw that 4, 5, 12. All right. And did you put yours up there, Kieran?
I didn't type it.
All right, what is it? I'll put it up real quick.
These are all just $5 doubles. 7,
Okay.
8, 9 with 3, 4.
7, 8, 9, 3, 4. Yep.
And then just a 3, 5 with 12 saver. Because every time I talk, when one of us has a crazy price and we don't somehow use it, and I mean, even for
3, 5
$5
with what?
with 12, you're 12 in the next
You're
leg.
single to 12. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've got coverage in other bets, and the will pays for the even the 3 into the 12 is $300. I'm like, how do I not toss $10 at this?
All right, Kieran, let's do a community ticket. That was your idea, and I love it. You go first. You want your 5, I would imagine, right?
I would love my 5, yes.
And I'm going to pick the sneaky one, the 8. Let's go 5, 8 here. And we could add if we want, but let's start with 5, 8. Let me start typing that in, and then you could community. I'm going to put DTL Crew. What did I say? 5, 8.
Yep. And I think you have my horse. I say you have to put in for the next leg, Frank, is number 3.
Okay, I have the 3. I have the 3 as a B. I like that. Okay. So let's go 312.
And you're putting it in, right?
Yeah.
Or do you need me to?
You place it. I'm putting it on the screen.
Okay, what's the numbers? I'll do it now. We're running out of time.
5, 8 with 312. Do it for $10.
All right.
That's our fun one.
5, 8 with 312.
Yeah. We're gonna run that thing up, man. There's a community. I mean, what are you all doing out there?
We got to hit some prices on it, and I mean, at least I'm spending some money from a big hit. You know what I mean? Those big hits let you take a few swings. You know what I mean? It's especially in. I thought today was, and we saw what some of the pays are. This was a good day on the pick 3 and double, I think, to take swings. I mean, look, we're seeing prices.
Well, if you're against
Connect, they're going to pay really nice.
Yeah, and if you're against Tranche in the last leg, which you are, then yeah, I mean, this is going to pay massive. That horse has got to be 1 to 5. All right, they're circling around. Let me go through the comments real quick so we know who to root for. Brooklyn John, thanks for joining us. He is 2-5 with 4, 5, 6. Great show. We're only as great as our audience, so right back at you, brother. Nick Severs, double 2, 7, 8, 9 with 5, 12. Oh, he's 5, 12 in the next. I like it. Then coming right back, $20 double 3 with 5, 12. Yeah, you have to top up with the 3.
Yeah, because my top up bet is 3 with 4, 5 for $30. Actually, I didn't even look to see what my big doubles are paying.
How about this from Dan? A little inside information. Is there a track you don't follow, Dan? I mean, you're all over the map, and I love it. You bring such good info. He follows Prairie Meadows, number 6, Amorosa.
I had notes on it.
Respect.
Yeah, my notes for that one was top average race speed, sharp work at Oaklawn.
Let me see. I know I had the horse as a B. Let's see. You might have to do a communal ticket. Number 6, Amorosa, a win machine in the minor leagues, but very versatile. Should be super fit, but hard to know how that form will transfer. We could throw that one on the community ticket there. What do you think, Kieran?
Oh, that's coming from.
You want to just do throw in 6 with 312 for $5? Can you do that? And I'll change it here.
You see how it's Kieran blowing his money.
No, that's our community pool.
We have no money left in the pool. We blew it all.
What were you betting, Charlestown or something?
No, Turfway.
All that money I made you in our communal
pool. You made no money on. What are you talking about? We were already up like 180. I think we have $100 left in it.
And where'd it go? We're only betting like 20, 30
bucks. They cut me off, Frank. They already cut me off.
They're off.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me put it in.
We didn't get that one in, but it's on the board. Good luck, everyone.
They said no soup for you.
sharp swinger is giving way. And Kalahari Dreams has a lot of work to do as they come off the turn. Dreamin' Blue is the leader here. Amorosa trying to stick to him. Dreamin' Blue narrow lead. Amorosa back in second on the fence. Kalahari Dreams into third.
Outside.
Behind to catch Dreamin' Blue and Rafael Bejarano, who open up the lead, and it's Dreamin' Blue to win.
Nick Sievers, MVP of the show. Sniffed that out like a freaking expert. What do they call the truffle? You sniffed it out like pigs sniff out truffles, man.
And that was our
like
old
$1 million truffle you found.
Rafael Bejarano, old school SoCal jockey.
No, Kentucky originally.
I know, but he was dominating when he was out here for that time.
All right, I'm going to go Nick. Wow, unbelievable.
And that horse got hammered down to 5-1, Frank.
Yeah, well.
It and Faust both got hammered down. And number 3, look at this, Frank. Number 3, after breaking so badly at the gate, went off a 2-1. Tell me these guys aren't doing stuff after the gates open.
Wow, that is just crazy. But you know what? That's why we do the show. Oh my God, you guys are so smart. Communal thinking, right? We're doing research while we're talking about something else and then putting it up as a comment. Dan H may just go 6-9. Well, I hope you threw in Nick's 8. 6-9 with 4, 6. Okay, no, I'm sorry about that. Danny's was pretty easy. I know John Hernandez, the communications guy or PR guy or whatever over there. He used to work at Del Mar for a long time. I want to get out to that track.
Oh no, I'd love to go out there. I mean, our buddy Steve-O, every time I see him at NHC or he comes out to, Del Mar, Santa Anita, he's like, when are you guys going to come out? When are you guys going to come out? And we're like, well, my excuse has always been no contest. So I know the next time I see him, he's going to go, well, now we have contests. When are you coming out?
You talking about Prairie Meadows?
No, not Prairie Meadows. I thought you were talking about Oaklawn.
Oh, no. We were talking about Prairie Meadows because of the Amorosa horse who ran second that Dan was talking about. But yeah, I heard Matt mention today that there's 2 live contests Saturday and Sunday in January.
Yeah, January and then April as well. They've got another one.
Thanks, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Let me see what I had on that. Or Kieran, let's look at our notes on the winner. Oh yeah, that was one of my other A's.
We ended up talking about it, and we were like, well, we were talking about the 7, we were talking about the 9 and the 6, and we're like, well, if today has shown us anything, you got to go outside. So I mean, I was alive on the pick 3 just because I went outside on a ticket. But
Kieran, that was if you recall correctly, that was my contribution to the community ticket. Once again, Frank's carrying the weight, picking everybody up, listening to Nick Seaver. Kieran's quitting. He's taking his ball and going home. Let me go back to Nick. To the comments. Dan H. Okay, so that was Nick. 5-1. What did it go off at? I didn't see the final odds. It was 9-1 when I looked last, but I didn't see the final odds. Jeff with the thanks. Yeah, Josh, thanks for joining us. Josh hammered in the double. Hated that horse. Still hate that horse. Only played because of the pick 3 will pays. Follow the money. The money tells. It's a market. Oh, my God, they were so right. Dan H., wow. For Dan H. to say wow, that says a lot because he's seen a lot of races and has seen a lot of weird stuff happening. But, the money showed. 7-8-9 with Chris. Very good. DTL Crew, listen to Nick. I love it. Look at this. Pay up 1.5%, 8-4 in the double after the gates open. Yeah, that's not a good look. Tell me when you plan to say Iowa Derby. For me. I will definitely let you guys know. I'd like to go to Prairie Meadows. I'd like to go to Oaklawn. A couple of others. So Jeff is alive to the 3, 5, and 12. Toss both the favorites. Excellent job. Brooklyn John didn't think of playing them, but you did because you watched this show. Hey, we got one more race to go, Dan. Don't give up so easily. 5-1, paid $12.80. Unbelievable. So let me just look. Again, here were my notes. I believe I read this. Dream in Blue looks back to form after a bad summer on turf. Oaklawn Park form, should trip out. Second off the bench. Sharp work over the track. And the post and the money. It all showed up. Let me flip over to race 10. Let's see what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Who is everybody alive to? I know the community ticket that we put in. So Kieran is alive to the 3 and the 4. Good for him. Oh, here, you're back. I was just rolling through so you're alive in this one.
Yeah, I was looking to see what.
Our community ticket is alive to the 3 and the 12. And I'm alive to the 4, 5, and 12.
Oh,
so we got some coverage here, man.
The 4 got decimated on the wheel pays.
Yeah, I figured.
Like, that was paying way more. That was paying $100. Like a minute to go, and it's down to 62.
Kira, when you first read it out to me, when I asked you, this was probably like 10 minutes. It was 191. What is it paying?
That's the annoying part about letting the CAWs run wild in these pools, especially. And what I'd said earlier too, when the gates opened and the favorite in that last leg, like broke 800 miles behind, that horse went up in price. Like almost like they canceled their bets and it went on to the winner, which is.
Well, here's the thing, Kieran. I agree with you 100%, but they have to be right. They happen to be right about that horse. If you remember on Sunday, they absolutely loved a horse that we played against, and we were right and they were wrong. And that's why, remember the pick 3 paid the parlay should have paid like 500 and it paid close to 800 because they were wrong about a horse. So yeah, I'm with you. I don't like that they're allowed to bet up until the last second, but because of the high minimum and the low takeout, they have to be so much more correct than they do in any other pool. So their margins are very thin. They just happen to be right about the 8 in that leg. And let's see, they might be wrong about the 4. Let's see what our other horses are paying.
Yeah, I mean, so right now, let's see
I have the 4, 5, and 12. So what are those?
The
126. Ooh, 663 to the 12. I'm looking at the pools. What are there some combos that aren't being paid out? I've got some weird pick 3.
Yeah, the pick 3 has like multiple numbers for all the horses. Is there like scratches or something? Or I've never seen that before.
I've never seen this in my life.
It's only on the pick 3 that they're doing it.
I have 3 pick 3 columns, Kieran. One has all in the first leg, and then one has 11 in the first leg and all in the second leg. And then I have 11, 8. What?
Well, in the pick 4 is like dominant. 5 is second choice, and then it starts going crazy. Pick 5, 4 is absolutely dominant, 897. Pick 6, I don't know. There must be some sort of carryover. Some of the pick 6 has numbers too.
Yeah, don't look at the pick 6. It's a $1. They had a $45,000 carryover coming into here, but that pool is very unreliable because nobody plays it. I think the pick 5 is where we found some sneaky stuff in the past. So someone's got the whole pool of the 13. 198,000 to the 13. 99,000 to the 11. But let's go back to this pick 3. There's no way there's a pick 3 combo that pays 20,000. That can't be right.
Yeah, I don't. Well, who knows? Some sort of error. Who knows what's going on?
Well, let's look at the double. So the 4 is 62. That still might be better than the parlay. We'll have to figure it out. The second choice is the 5 at 126. No surprise there. And then the third choice is the 9. We don't have the 9, do we, Kieran?
No, but that's the Arietta, I think, is riding.
Yeah, Tejas, Arietta. You have a note on that horse? Let's see what I have. What do you got?
Just drops in class. I mean,
yeah,
the trainer stats are like horrendous.
That's exactly what I have. I said was claimed for 16K off Jacobson.
Yeah, who got it from Asmussen? Who got it from Asmussen when he was cold? You know.
So. Yeah, you claim you're a low percentage trainer claiming off the wrong guys. Yeah. Blinkers on though but I said the horse does have a win at Oaklawn, and I thought it was interesting that Arietta stuck with this horse after that horrendous last race. So maybe a little sneaky, but not one I wanted to use. But that's interesting that horse. And then our 12 is 663. So
now we got Abel. Come on, he owes us.
So Kieran, how much money do you think the double pool took?
Oh, I didn't even think to look. How much?
I'll set an over/under at 110.
Over. 125.
You got it, man. Who's better than us? Who's better than the DTL crew? Come on.
Let's have a look, see at what last year was.
Probably 40,000. The double pool was actually bigger than the pick 3. The pick 3 was 102. Here on the pick 4 was only 130. We have the double pool almost bigger than the pick 4 pool.
Yep, and that's because we're firing away live. We're seeing stuff that's happening, and we come in with a plan that we made 2 days ago or this morning. But plans change, and the plan today, before we came on live on the show, was, oh my God, you got to be outside. Although this current race, Frank, you got to be inside. This is the one race where you got to be inside
because it's routing.
Yeah, it's over a mile. So a mile and a 16th last year. I think it was 146 races. Post 1 to 3, 60. Post 4 to 6, 51. Post 7 plus 42. So I mean, about 70%, 80% of the wins were inside at a mile plus.
Inside post positions.
Yeah, 1 through 3. So
Abel's got to get over like immediately, right?
Yes.
To have any chance is what you're telling me.
Yes. But I mean, who knows? Maybe the outside continues to play even at this distance. We just don't know. I mean, it's a pretty strong bias. It's almost as strong a bias as, remember when we said don't be on the inside at Del Mar, and we ended up being like 0 for like 90 or some crazy stat over a season.
I also thought it was very interesting, and I'd like to know the reason. I'm going to guess that the reason was because Tranch was in this race, but all those scratches, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 horses scratched from this race. And now I'm looking at Tranch. Tranch is 2-1. That horse is dead.
I thought that horse would have been. Well, I mean, you talked 1 to 5. I thought it would be 4 to 5 or even. So I'm surprised at this.
Absolutely dead on the board. Like you wouldn't want to touch the horse, but in the double, the horse is even money. So it's very, very strange.
Last Friday, Frank, or last year on Friday the 20th, double was 80K. Pick 3. What was the pick 3 today?
The double was 80K on a Friday at Oaklawn. Really?
Last year.
That's pretty good. Well, we beat it anyway. 124.
Yep, 50%.
Pick 3 was 102 today.
87,000 last year.
Beat it again. What was the pick 4?
Pick 4, 128.
Only a little bit higher, 130. And the pick, what about the pick 5?
215.
Only 251. So, but I mean, growth all around. Good for Oaklawn. They're putting out a very good product, supporting the horse players with these wagers. I wish they were a little more. I wish they were somewhat restricted with the CAWs. They're not there yet, but they might be.
They might when they start seeing it and they hear people talking about it. I mean, I think what's helping them too is the racing is so much better than Gulfstream as well this year. I mean, the field sizes have gotten decimated at Gulfstream, it seems.
You know when they're going to hear about it, Kieran? They're going to hear about it the weekend when all the horse players are in for the tournament. And they're going to be bitching and moaning about being unable to play, doubles or win pools because, they're getting slaughtered with the CAWs. Let me roll through some comments though, because I'm very confused as to the will pays and the pick 3. Nick is saying the 13 is paying 2 of 3. Is that possible?
Is that one of those funky bets, or is it because they had a scratch or some weird thing we didn't see? Oh, someone's asking us this question. There's two feeds because one of them is mobile and one of them is watch on your desktop. So one of them lets it so it looks better on the mobile phone. They started this about, 2 weeks ago? So that's why there's two streams.
About a month ago, and then they stopped it and fixed it. So yeah, Steve, it depends on if you're watching on a laptop, you want to be watching it landscape mode. So there's one feed for that on YouTube. And if you're watching on your mobile, you want to have it in vertical mode. There's another feed for that on YouTube. But Twitter and we're also on Twitch. Those are just one thing. And I don't know if it's vertical or landscape. But on YouTube, you have the option to watch either feed. I wish it would just change it automatically so we don't have to have 2 feeds. But that's what it's all about. So thank you for asking that. Great question. All right. We got a lot of stuff to go through here, Kieran, so let's just see. Chris is alive, and he also tweeted out that he's alive. If anyone else is on X, just tweet out, how great our show is. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Let everybody know that we're here. We're firing away. We're winning. Tag Oaklawn. Tag Matt Dinnerman, the race caller, 3 Colts handicap. So tell me when. Yeah, okay, we'll go through that. I will alive to the 3-5-12. Good for you. Keeping going. All right, here we go. Yeah, we saw big odds drops on the winners. But Nick sniffed that out in the pick 3, Kieran. That was freaking amazing. That horse had no business being favored in the pick 3.
Nope.
And took all the money late and basically won for fun. So pick 6 carries to all except the 4 and the 5. Okay. Yeah, Nick is saying the pick 3 to the 13 pays 2 of 3.
Wow.
I mean, that's insane.
That's pretty, yeah.
The 6 in this race has only 3 winning tickets in the pick 3. Oh, my God. Yeah, okay, we talked about that. Thanks for asking. Dan H, 4, 5, 6, 14 as win candidates. All right, well, let's look at the.
We got to also say, like and subscribe. We only have a couple of likes today.
Yeah, let me put that up, Kieran. Thank you for doing that.
I mean, it's going to get to the point we're just going to have to like our own videos because we're getting so few likes. And that's what the algorithm likes.
We got to get to 500. That's critical for us because then we'll have some extra tools to really get this out there. Look, we talked about this many, many times. Kieran and I, we do a lot of shows, a lot of podcasts, and we love doing them, but they're done in advance and they're mostly selection oriented. You might give out a wager or 2 or give out your pick 4 or pick 5 ticket, but that's a Thursday night for a show, for a card that's Saturday. Now, don't get me wrong. It's all good info. You can listen to it, use it while you're handicapping. Excellent, excellent stuff. We are the only show that we're horse players.
Well,
we're handicappers,
now,
sure, but we're horse players and handicappers at the same time. And we're betting money. This is what this game is all about.
I'm sure we'll see other people start trying to do the same thing. But yeah, it's one thing to throw darts at horses. We're actually betting the money live with you guys. And our pivot today kept us alive. I mean, it got us out of the first leg of the pick 3 and then out of the second leg of the pick 3. Just by looking at, the biases of the track and
yeah, you're right.
People saying, hey, did you look at this one here? Because, I mean, oftentimes you have blinders on when you're researching. You look at the same thing and you don't see it.
Dan, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, it's like when you edit your own work, Frank. There is absolutely no mistakes in there. And you come back a day later and you're like, how did I miss that typo?
Yeah, you're too close to it. Absolutely. So getting that cold look from somebody else is so important. Dan, I'm sorry, I must have missed it. Can you email me Shadi's info so I can reach out to Shadi? We would absolutely love to talk to this person. We also looked into the Discord stuff because you and I think Grandma mentioned it, and Kieran said that, and I've Googled it too. gambling content is verboten.
And people will say there is gambling stuff, and it's like, yeah, but once you grow and then you get nixed, that's not a good thing when you lose that. So it's not worth messing around with that.
Yeah, you put all that time and effort into growing an audience on Discord, and then they shut you down because you violate their terms and conditions or whatever. Yes, all we want for Christmas is 500 subscribers. Be very happy with that. Thank you, Terry.
I suppose we can talk about it at the end. We've got Delta Downs next week, Frank. I think what
I was wondering when that was.
I gotta look now. I'll do it. Let me do a quick search so I can
find
out.
That while I'll go through the comments here. Yeah, we are focused on the low takeout sequences only. But yeah, we're also just about the gambling. This gives us an opportunity to flex our wagering acumen muscle because, as you see, like I'm writing stuff down as we're talking.
I mean,
and
we're live.
That ain't in there because Nick mentioned it.
We're live on different tickets because we use the 8 in there. So.
Yeah, Kieran's alive on one of his. I'm alive on one of mine, and we're alive on our community ticket only because of this show. Okay, Discord is good if you have enough people playing. Yeah. So I think Discord's a non-starter for us, unfortunately. We're interested in building our YouTube presence. So Dan H, I apologize if we didn't reach out to Shadi, but I don't know if I have that person's contact info. But more than happy to do it.
It looks like Monday and Tuesday, Frank, is Delta Downs low takeout.
Delta Downs. All right, so Sunday Oaklawn, Monday, Tuesday Delta.
Well, Monday maybe. We've got if I go to a game or not, Aztec game, but it's early enough in the day.
Yeah, maybe just Tuesday. We'll see. What is this? I think we can make some adjustments. Yes, anything. We will try anything. Always improving. I don't know what that means. Is that a word?
Japanese theory. Always improve. Don't sit on your laurels. Try and learn something new.
This game teaches you that more than anything. This is the most humbling game around. Just when you think you got it all, the racing gods laugh in your face. All right. Are we missing any horse in here? Are we doing any saver bets? What do we have? We've got 4 minutes to post. Let me look at the tote real quick, Kieran. Tranche is 7-5. 5 Tis Wicked Strong is 3-1. That's expected, although I expect Tranche to come in even more.
Well, let's see
9, 5-1.
Let's see what the exactas and tries are paying.
Can't do the tries. We're not allowed.
Yeah. Exactas, I mean.
Yeah.
Exacta 3 with 12 is 100. 4 with 12 is 22. 12 with 3 is 94. 12 with 4 is 40. And then 3, 4, 43, 4, 6. Oh, no, 4, 3, 23. Lowest is $22. If you did I don't know.
Coming from the man who says he won't play exact.
Well, I broke my rule earlier, and then my 2 horses I used flopped like you couldn't believe. Like the horse that's always first and second, I think ran last. Yeah.
Just when you think the stats, tell the story, they don't.
No, they don't always. I mean, sometimes you look at that, or you look at is this
job
heating up and whatnot.
Let's look at your 3 again. You know what? Your 3 might just be worth a little bit of a win bet. But you're alive in a double to the 3, aren't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you can play. You're going to play looking at exactas with your 3 as a key horse.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
And what 4, 5, 9, 12 over the 3, or all over the 3? Let's see. Let me look at the worst pay with the 3 in second. So.
Oh, if I was going to do it, I'd do it 3 in first, but.
Well, you're alive in a double.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
I think if your 3 runs second, then you get nothing for a horse.
Yeah.
Remember, you've had second-itis, Kieran, with your price horses.
Oh yeah, it's
so
insane.
I was thinking. You could do both. You could play the 3 on top of a couple of horses, and then do exacta as place bet. But if you're okay living with your 3 running second, then that's fine. You don't have to. But I just wanted to look at the probables.
I'm
and
just
see how
looking
good they
here
are.
going, if I stick with the inside bias to post 6, so we would go 6 over 3 is 166, 5
Yeah.
over 3 is 29, 4 over 3 is 23. $10, $30 bet. Even with the favorite, pays $230.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are pretty good actually.
Because if the 3 turns around and beats me on any of those bets, my double on my pick 3 is paying 680. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You're already alive to the 3, so you don't really have to bet the 3 to win unless you think it's tremendous value or you want to be a little greedy, which is fine.
So
I mean, if the 3's your top pick,
I'm gonna do the inside horses 6, 5, 4 with 3 for $10. So that cost me $30. And I'm essentially playing the stats bias of you want to be
inside
6 and in to win.
All right, Kieran, one more time. I'm going to put it on the board. Dollar exacta, how much?
$10.
$10 exacta. Go ahead.
4, 5, 6
with 3.
With 3. Yep.
You want to come back with a 5, 3 over 4, 5, 6, or you're good with your 3?
Let's see what it's paying real quick. We still got a minute. So the probables exacta 5 over 3 is
no 3 over 4.
Oh, 3 over 4 is 46. 3 over 5 is 37. 3 over 6 is 150. I suppose $5 would cover that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think that's let's talk about strategy for a minute, because that's something I do. Like 3, and you guys can weigh in and tell me if
I mean, I'm not even looking at what these horses are. I mean, the 6 might have one leg for all I know, looking at it.
I think we talked about, let me see, the 6. I mean, I'll read my note in a second. I want to get yours up here.
Yeah, but I mean, so I'm spending $45 on this exacta because my long shot keeps coming in second. But if the 3 wins this race, I'm looking at $680 on my pick 3. So I'm just
right.
A slight hedge if my usual Irish luck plays out and the 3 comes in second.
Yeah, and you also, I mean, the 4 and the 5, very likely to finish first or second. So that's typically what I like to do. I very rarely bet to place. So what I'll do is I'll try to get alive to my price horse, right? So if I'm alive, I'm in good shape. I could bet that horse to win, to top up. If
you know what I was actually looking. So the post stats. Well, we have so many scratches. The 9 is really in the 6th spot, isn't he? But it doesn't count for the stats. This is when you start going down the rabbit hole, when you start betting this. And the next thing you go, oh, yeah, I won $500. And then you look at your bet slip and you're like, well, I spent $510.
Yeah, they're at the gate now. I think you have to let the 9 beat you. I didn't even think you liked the 9, right?
No, I did not. No.
Well, the 12 would be great for the communal ticket, right?
Yes, and that if we're to get an outside biased horse to win, that's the one we want to win.
All right, they're off. Let's get this home. Let's go.
Frank, there's a 1 in this race? Oh, my God. Did we mess that up? How do we not use the 1 on my exacta? I didn't even see the 1 in there. 12's looking good, Frank.
Might have moved too early, Kieran. Your 3's grinding it out. I mean, 12 hasn't been asked yet. Come on with this 12. Come on. Oh, come on, Cedillo, finish. Finish.
Come on, this is a nice pay.
Come on, Cedillo. Come on, Cedillo. Fight. Abel Cedillo, Kieran's golfing buddy. That's how we do, man.
Well, he's finally hit on a nice long shot for us.
Community ticket.
There we go.
And solo. Oh, great work, Kieran, man. That was awesome stuff. Nick,
and now, look, that one actually pays nice, Frank. We did it for $10, I think, right? Or was that the $5 one? I can't remember. Oh, no, the 10 was the other one that we got shut out on. Oh, time for some music again. Frank, daydreaming. This is the nice time of the show when we don't have to listen to him.
Oh, damn, I was on mute the whole time.
That's what I said. This is the best time of the show is when you do this. I even had the music going as usual. We got it all queued up.
Well, you know what? It doesn't even matter what I said because the results speak for themselves. Kieran, community ticket right there, brother. Let me put it up. First of all, there's mine. I only have it 5, but 663? Come on. Yep. And
that's
then right here, I didn't put the denominations down because I wanted to just get the numbers up. That was my good luck charm here. I don't know if you did it for 5 or 10.
No, we did it for 5, I think, Frank.
Okay, well, that's pretty good, man. Look at that. Get out, get up. How about that 12, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you guys, let's see what we got here. Gonna roll through.
Yeah, the $10 ticket was going to be the one that we got shut out on that saved money.
Okay. 614. Yeah, thank you, Nick. The 8 was all about you, man. 6,
yeah, that was pivot. We pivoted in the first leg, added a horse that won that one.
Jeff
pivoted
gets
in the second and the third.
Jeff gets the money. Nice job, Jeff.
And then look at that, Frank. The outside bias blown up.
Well, no, but the horse. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think this track is just so tilted to the outside. It doesn't matter.
It is absolutely. It doesn't matter where you are. You want to be floating out when you get around that turn. Like
Kieran, usually when you see that the horse, the 12, make the move that the horse did, I thought the horse was too early. I thought the horse was going to fly out.
If the 9 had anything, he might have put the 12 away. You're right. Cedillo did move a little too, but the horse was all the better. I mean, it was lucky. That would have been one where you look back and you go, that jockey cost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would have been complaining that he moved too early.
Like I had one a couple of weeks ago. The jockey did the same. Yeah, he moved super early.
Yeah, I mean the 9 would have been a really bad result for us. Hey, what is that? Is a Pac-Man ghost there? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? You know that, Kieran, with that emoji?
Well, it doesn't matter, Frank, because yeah, I did that as a $10 double.
You did?
Yeah, 1,300, baby.
Yeah. Who's better than us? Come on.
We got some ammo now for
who's taking 2 hours out of their day to gamble with our crew to make money. Nice fellas, thank you. Let's get the accolades. The 4 was bad. Yeah, the 4 was horrible.
And that was our worry. But I mean, the 4 could just have easily won by 50. But I mean, there was so many question marks, like we said, like, why is he out there? Why is he doing that? Why not stay at home? Blah, blah.
Here, once that horse didn't make the lead, I knew he was toast. You have a horse dropping significantly in class like that with speed, and you don't make the lead against a bunch of 12-5 conditional claimers?
No.
Dad, that was a fire sale. Somebody bought that horse. No bueno.
Other than Miller, these other cow jockeys, trainers sending horses out there. Yeah, you don't want to be claiming them. I mean, can you imagine the guy who claimed this horse today? He's going, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
and it was probably going to be a 10-hand shake.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
And and the guy who wins is going to go, "You know what? I never win these. Of course, I win this one."
Right. Yeah, no, Diodoro's going to get it, and then he's going to drop the horse to 5,000, and the horse is going to win. But anyway, well, I was going to say something. I was going to give you kudos, but I forgot what I was going to say, but we'll come back to that. Great job, Kieran. Yeah, that was good. The community bet has been a good idea. Go TL Crew. Merry Christmas. Yes. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Well, and we're using the info we're seeing. Like, we're only alive because he pointed out the 8 getting all that sneaky money. Yeah. And then we looked and we're like, well, all our different tickets, we're going outside and we don't have the 8 on an outside ticket. How do you not use that one? I mean,
yeah, here's the thing. And again, this is why this show is so good. I drew out my bets last night, and then all those scratches in the last race, I had to, reshift before the show. And I'm just looking at my notes for that race. I had the 3 triple star. That was my single, and my tickets reflected that. But then I had the 7 as an A also, and Dream is in blue as an A. But because I was so locked in on the 3, I kind of overlooked those 2 horses. So when Nick started talking about the 8, we went back and we looked again, and we were like, oh, well, we absolutely have to use the 8 based on handicapping, based on Nick's support, but more importantly, based on the money. The money was buried in that pick 3.
Well, and what I was sweating about, Frank, is when I did my exacta, my inside post exacta, I didn't know there was a 1 in the race. When I saw the 1, I was like, how do I not have 1?
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't even think to even mention that to you because I just thought you hated the 1.
No, and look, and the 1 was coming up, and I was like, oh my God, if this bet actually hits and I didn't actually throw the 1 in, come on.
Right, because the concept of your bet was to play the inside post, regardless.
And it ended up being 9-12. I mean, look at that. I mean, Tejas ended up coming in second.
I think it's just so tilted on the outside. It's not even funny. Here's a recommendation to everyone, mostly in sprint races. And this happened at Del Mar 3 or 4 years ago. It was such a ridiculous outside bias that every sprint race, I opened my form, I started from the outside in. And once I was able to, if I locked in on 1 or 2 horses on the outside, I was like, oh, this is the race I'm getting involved in.
I mean, if I handicap for tomorrow here at Oaklawn, Frank, I'm going to be looking at, the late double and late pick 3 outside in and not tossing horses. And I mean, I'm going to be looking for reasons. I'll probably do more than just a caveman ticket. I might do some, I like a horse in this, a chalk in one leg outside to the chalk or chalk to the outside.
Yeah, here's the thing. I mean, we can talk about the biases on this show. Everybody, don't say anything about the outside bias because you know what's going to happen. The track superintendent is going to flip it, and it's going to be an extreme inside bias.
They used to do that at Del Mar, but I think they don't do it anymore. And the reason why I think they don't do it? If the track's playing well and the horses, there's no issues with the horses, these guys don't want to touch their tracks anymore. So, it's a bias, whatever.
I agree and disagree. I think it took the track superintendent 2.5 to almost 3 weeks to get the track right. And early in the meet, we saw extreme outside biases and extreme inside biases because he was trying to get the right mix. But he got it. He eventually got it. And then I think the dirt track played pretty fair the rest of the meet. But it took him a while to get to that point.
Well, the other thing we got to keep in mind, too, the weather's been pretty good at Oaklawn, right?
Yeah.
And it's not going to stay like that for long.
Yeah, Matt said, because I listened to Matt on a show, and he was saying that Sunday was very, very chilly, but it was a nice day. This weekend is supposed to be perfect racing weather.
And then next week, it's the winter come. Actually, side note, you heard about the weather coming our way, Frank,
yes.
From Santa Anita. We're supposed to have what they call the Pineapple Express rolling in Tuesday here to California. They're supposed to be.
I thought that was a weed strain, the Pineapple Express.
No, they say it's the trade winds suck up all the water from Hawaii, the Hawaiian Islands, and we're supposed to have some massive rain next week.
They just make up things now, right? I mean, I heard someone talk about an atmospheric river the other day.
That's essentially
an atmospheric river.
But for our benefit, when they talk up the monster of rain ever is coming our way, what happens? Nothing. And when they go, the rain won't be that bad, we get a foot of rain. So,
well, yeah. Santa Anita drew their opening day card today, and it's usually a pretty good one. I'm not going to start looking at it until we get closer, because if the weather's going to be super bad, who knows? Maybe they cancel. I don't want to bet off the turf races. Blah blah.
Well, the
blah.
only thing I think is to our benefit, Frank, is it's supposed to roll in Tuesday.
Okay.
And out by Thursday, so I think that'll set it up. But you want to keep in mind the rain that we're expecting. That turf course is going to be nice, and it's not going to be the usual pool table that we see at.
That's right. Then Billy Koch told you that last year, right? He's like, it's like the fourth on a pool table.
No, that's what Phil D'Amato calls it.
D'Amato,
yeah. He calls the turf course at Santa Anita is a pool table. It's just green on top.
You know what though? I'm almost kind of bummed about that, because that was always a great angle for me. Horses that speed horses who faltered at Del Mar because it's not speed favoring them, coming back on Santa Anita with bad Del Mar form. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's something. Well, we're gonna have some decisions to make, because we're rocking and rolling here at Oaklawn. I don't know what time the pick 3 and late double are going to start at Santa Anita, but we're gonna have to figure some stuff out.
If we had gotten more likes and views for that 18-hour marathon we did, we could have done both tracks. But I don't know if we can talk that long on a Friday. We'll see though.
But then again, I mean, we were dealing with Los Al and Gulfstream.
Hey, so, I mean, kudos to Oaklawn.
Interesting, man. These
Oaklawn,
are interesting races.
Oaklawn did this bet. We never would have bet it. We actually would have been on vacation, essentially, And
the best thing about it, Kieran, and this is something you picked up right away when looking at the sequence, it is imperative to have the right races to improve handle here.
Oh, yeah.
And you mentioned that if you don't line up your sequence correctly, your handle's going to hurt. And I honestly believe the racing secretary at Oaklawn heard us and heard you chant, because he is on record saying, I need to make the first leg of the Blade Pick 3 competitive to bring awareness to that bet. Mm-hmm. Like, we like that bet. We want the good race. So they're thinking.
That's why we jumped in on doing. I mean, we'd done the pick 3 because it was a low takeout. But we were like, you know what? These things go hand in hand, because when you're out on one, you can fire away on the next. They're both low takeouts. And
look what Nick said. He's corroborating what I said. They moved the stakes race to race 8 so that it could start the pick 3. They want the good races. Yeah. I love that. That shows me that they're actually committed to giving us. They're not giving us the scraps. They're giving us good competitive races, so the retail players have a little bit of a shot.
Yep.
Before we go, Kieran, shall we do our usual parlay exercise and see?
We always, because I mean, you know what's going to happen when you talk about the wins out there. The railbirds will be going, well, I would have made more money. The CAWs hammered the pool. You wouldn't have got paid, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Double today. Let's just do the double.
Yeah, let's just do the double. But, Kieran, and we talked about this, and this has happened last week. Yeah, the CAWs are in this pool, but they don't have the same edge, so they have to be right. And when they're wrong, there is tremendous value. So I have to think that the 4 was way over bet on the computer money in the double. So anyway, all right, so calculate a $5 win parlay with horses that paid. What the first horse pay?
$12.80.
$12.80, and it's got to be good.
$21.80.
This will be the time it doesn't pay as much. Oh my God! If this is correct, and I'll do it with my calculator after, we got what, 663.50?
Yeah.
What do you think the win parlay paid? Just quick thinking.
800.
348. Got double, almost double.
Oh, double. Oh, okay.
Paid $348 to win
So
parlay.
paid double, twice as much. Even when we saw, the chalky one the other day, it still paid, I think it was like $142 and it paid $7 more than what it would have paid.
But it paid more, and that was the most bet combination.
Yep.
Awesome work, man. Wow, that felt good. That felt good. This is why we do the show. We put all of our brain power together. We came up with a communal ticket that crushed. Kieran hit it on his own. I hit it on my own. I know
we got a stack going into, you know what I mean?
We got now we got some money to play with. Now we get serious.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? Let's run this up so we have enough money that it pays for a trip to Oaklawn for the tournament.
There we go.
Let's see if we can get comped a hotel room for all the promotion we're doing for
Well,
Oaklawn.
I looked and their hotel's already sold, and I was like, well, I'm not going then if they've got no rooms at the damn hotel. The casino hotel, I was like, pass.
All right. Well, we'll have to ask Froggy Mushroom, who lives in Little Rock, if there are any wise guy spots in Hot Springs for degenerates like us. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, everyone. What a great show. Thank you, Nick, MVP. Thanks to everyone else for putting in their contributions and playing along with us. You guys are the reason that there is some movement for guys like us in the retail end. We're going head to head with the CAWs in these pools, and we're winning. So I don't care how good their model is. Our groupthink is better than their model, and we're getting 15% takeout, and just so much. Their room for error is so thin that we can actually beat them. All right, Kieran. Well, I'm going to let you take it out because this was your idea to put this ticket together.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. And even though we're double trouble, we're actually going home with no trouble. I guess we'll see you all on Sunday at Oaklawn again.
Get out and get up with double trouble. All right, guys. Thanks.